President Barack Obama, the man that refuses to recognize radicalized Islam, spoke to the troops yesterday, doing what he does best, yet again attempting to pull a fast one on the American people, displaying an arrogant, blissful ignorance of the 11 self-radicalized homegrown terrorist and foreign-trained terrorist events that have catapulted Donald Trump into the White House.
We should take great pride in the progress that we've made over the last 8 years. That's the bottom line. No foreign terrorist organization has successfully planned and executed an attack on our homeland.
Well, Christina, Muhammad was taken to jail just a few hours ago. Police say he apparently targeted military personnel because of his political and religious beliefs. ABC News has learned Muhammad just returned from a trip to Yemen and had apparently already become the target of an FBI investigation surrounding a passport issue.
I don't think it was murder, because murder is when a person kills another person without justice for a fine reason. Definitely Muslims in this country and elsewhere are going to attack the Jews for doing those things they did.
No foreign terrorist organization has successfully planned and executed an attack on our homeland.
Authorities say the shooter is 39-year-old Major Nadal Malik Hassan, a military psychiatrist who was reportedly about to be shipped overseas. He apparently walked into a processing center Thursday afternoon and opened fire on his fellow comrades. At least 13 people died. 31 others were wounded.
Al-Awlaki, who was once the imam at the Virginia mosque Hassan attended, is an influential voice spewing anti-American rhetoric from his exile in Yemen. He had known connections with 3 of the 9/11 terrorists, and he's an ongoing inspiration for radicals. Today, on his website, Al-Awlaki praised Hassan's rampage.
No foreign terrorist organization has successfully planned and executed an attack on our homeland.
The reality of the situation is it is almost impossible to protect an event, especially one that is over a protracted space as a marathon is. And you know, I hate to say it, but these are the times that we live in.
Richard, that's what they're saying on CNN. So they're already basically saying it's a terror attack.
When he said, you know, unfortunately, these are the times we live in. So then when we see soldiers at our kids' Little League game, we see soldiers, you know, everywhere. Well, we're supposed to feel safe.
We saw one bomb go off. We both saw the finish line, and then we saw another one go off 50 or 100 yards. And we were the next 50 yards.
Well, I mean, it wasn't loud, it thunderous.
It made us, my back still hurts from shaking back. And we were 100 yards away, but we saw everything big, as tall as the
guys in uniforms, the same boots, the same pants, the same black shirts and coats, with backpacks all over the last mile. And there's people walking around with what looks like detonators in their hands. And all this is going on, and there's like patsies whose bags match the wreckage of what the news put on air and said was the remains of the black canvas bags.
No foreign terrorist organization has successfully planned and executed an attack on our homeland.
Federal investigators now working to learn more about Alton Nolan. He's now the only suspect in a gruesome attack, leaving one woman stabbed and another beheaded.
NYPD terrorism expert John Miller says a search of computers and social media shows Thompson had anti-Western, anti-government, and anti-white views, and a fascination with Middle East terror. Thompson was a recent convert to Islam.
Visiting websites that are focused on designated terrorist groups, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Al-Shabaab, as well as looking at different acts of violence, including beheadings.
The hatchet attack Thursday on busy Jamaica Avenue is similar to a London, England attack that happened last year.
This is such a huge tragedy for the NYPD and for all of New York City. We're hearing that 2 police officers have been killed. They were sitting in their patrol car here at Tompkins and Myrtle Avenues, and they were in their patrol car sitting there at 2:40 in the afternoon when they were each shot once in the head.
At least 2 suspects have been shot outside the Curtis Caldwell Center here in Garland.
And very quickly, Christopher, what was this event?
It was an art expo and art contest depicting the Prophet Muhammad. So various artists from around the country were represented today.
No foreign terrorist organization has successfully planned and executed an attack on our homeland.
Today, the U.S. military came under attack, not overseas, but here at home. A gunman opened fire at 2 military facilities in Chattanooga, Tennessee. 4 Marines were killed and another was wounded. A police officer and 1 other person were also wounded. Their names have not yet been released, but the gunman is identified as 24-year-old Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz. He was born in Kuwait, but lived in the Chattanooga area.
The Inland Regional Center that was attacked in San Bernardino, California, had been conducting active shooter drills for months. The LA Times writes, at first, Dorothy Vong assumed it was a drill, just like all the others at her work at the Inland Regional Center, where she's a nurse. The staff works with clients and parents of clients who are sometimes angry. They have active shooter drills every month or so. The devout Muslim man and mail-order Pakistani bride that unleashed the coordinated attack at the Inland Regional Center had been creating remote-controlled bombs in their home, predetermined preparation to commit violence on a large scale by 2 radicalized Muslims. That's right, radicalized. Call it what it is.
FBI immediately believed that this was an Islamic attack was simply because of that phone call that the shooter made. He made a call to 911 around that time of the attacks and pledged allegiance to ISIS.
18-year-old Somali refugee Abdul Razak Ali Artan, who obtained a green card to enter the United States in 2014, injured 11 students on the Ohio State University campus yesterday, first striking them with a car and then exiting the car to attack the students with a butcher knife. WorldNet Daily reports Campus Police Chief Craig Stone said, our officer was on the scene in less than a minute, and he ended the situation in less than a minute. He engaged the suspect, and he eliminated the threat. The suspect is DOA. Artan had been quoted in the campus newspaper, The Lantern, several months ago, complaining about the school's lack of Islamic prayer rooms. He blamed the negative view Americans have of Muslims on Islamophobia, planted in their minds by the U.S. media. 8 years of ignoring a serious problem doesn't make it go away. John Bound for Infowars.com.
In case you haven't heard, InfoWars has become the most influential media outlet in America. We're making freedom go viral. And now we are proud to announce a new weapon in the epic battle against the globalists. InfoWars Prime, where you can watch live high-definition feeds of The Alex Jones Show, plus exclusive insider videos from the InfoWars crew and behind-the-scenes action. Go to Infowars.com/app and download today. InfoWars Prime is available right now for your iPhone or Android. You will have access to exclusive videos that you can't see anywhere else. And that means live coverage of events and breaking news on location as it happens. You can also take advantage of amazing deals from the InfoWars store that are only available for InfoWars Prime subscribers. That's InfoWars Prime at Infowars.com/app. And if you can hear my voice, you are the resistance.